Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see ya. Good evening, y'all. Welcome once more. Here we are. You made it to the end of another week. Cheers to that. And here we are at Late Night Piano. Here we are. How about that? Living the summer dream if you are in the Western Hemisphere, as I am. Struggling with mic stands if you're in the Western Hemisphere, as I am. I guess I mean end of the work week, some guy. Northern Hemisphere. Oh yeah, Northern Hemisphere. Right. My headache did go away. Thank you, Abby. What a treat. Whenever you are sick, you realize the things that you take for granted when you're well. Like if you have a stuffy nose, you just think back on all those times when both nostrils were clear, and you're like, I was a callous fool. I didn't appreciate it then. And you miss it. So that was me with my headache. But yeah, I'm feeling well. I'm good and strong and ready to go. Let's take this moment to breathe out of both nostrils. Praise. Praise to the nostrils. Well, I'll talk more in a bit. I'm just gonna noodle around a little bit first. Oh yeah, that's a fun little song. Thank you, some guy. It's kind of a secret song that I will say no more on. Because it might be something someday. Geez, I had a plan to start a sentence there. Attempt number 2. I am doing well, Ebony. Thank you. It's it's funny. Lately, there seems to be one or two people every stream, or one or two comments that are like, "Oh man, I haven't been to one of these in a while," and it really hammers home how long I've been doing these streams, which I think started in 2018, something like that. Gotta turn that fan down. I have a weird sound thing that happens because the ceiling fan is going and the piano is producing noise. Whenever it's going at a high speed, the sound that comes out also oscillates. And you guys can't hear it because you're hearing a different sound that is coming out of my computer. Like this is just feeding a MIDI signal in. But I hear it. It's bizarre. Well, happy to have you here from the beginning, some guy. They are, yeah, they're kind of, they do happen pretty much every week, but they're only for like an hour and a half. In our age of streaming, whoa, I'm a train wreck this evening. In our age of streaming, that's not that much. That's not a whole lot of stream content. So yeah, that's what people are always, or in the big days, people be like, you should stream more. And I'll be like, I don't want to. I like doing these ones, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the vibe. This is a real put on in the background kind of stream. That could be Heather. Oh, the Everything Stays cover. The Adventure Time ones are some of my favorites, for sure. Let's go in the garden. You'll find something waiting
right there where you left it, lying upside down. When you finally find it, you'll see how it's faded. The underside is lighter when you turn it around. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways, when everything stays. Go down to the ocean, the crystal tide is rising. Water's gotten higher as the shore washes out. Keep your eyes wide open, even when it's blazing. The moon controls the tide, it can cause you to drown. Everything stays right where you left it. Everything stays, but it still changes ever so slightly, daily and nightly, in little ways. Everything stays.
I've never been forcibly chilled out before now. Yeah, that's another good vibe for the stream. I demand you relax. This is not a request. That'd be a good one for a smash cut. Phew. I demand you relax. This is not a request. You've got to put in a little the ending. Like, my interpretation of those songs that I did full band dubs of is now kind of altered to include the full band dub. It's hard for me to mentally separate the two. Okay, I'm gonna try something kind of weird. I just had this idea pop into my head. Ride this one out with me.
When life gets me down. There's only one place to go. Shh, it's my secret, but I think it's time I let you know how every little problem I throw it away. Believe your ears when I say the well, the well, the well, the well. I throw away all my problems down the well, the well, well, oh well. If I got troubles, you can solve them, solve them. Now look, I know it's tough. Life, it goes and kicks you down. It's true, wish that I had a simple way to turn it around. Doesn't singing with a friend make you feel less blue? I hope you don't realize what I was doing while I was distracting you. Not the well, the well, the well, the well. You've become one of my problems. I smell, I smell, I smelly smell. It's probably my other problems. Now I'm a well goblin who will solve him too. Gotta find a way to get out of this well. Climb it up back to the world we had. I give everything I've gotten just to leave this cell. I'm finally reconnecting with my bed. Stairs or a ladder, a rope with a hook, maybe a steep escalator, teaching my dad to read books. Well, figure something out, 'cause I can't stand this well isn't office a successful business. And Carol from HR, she needs $20 for a kid's fundraiser, but I don't even know her. Also, she's a hellish monster. We gotta find a way to get out of this well. Climb it up back to the world we had. I give everything I've gotten just to leave this cell. I signed us both up for a pottery class. Hammer that bill that passed me at. Solder that drill that working all night. now you're going down the well, 'cause we've got the power of friendship, also guns from the future. I think they're doing most of the heavy lifting here. And now you straight down the well, 'cause we are a trio that won't quit. Also, my daddy is part of the group. No, he's not. Come on. You can't stop me. I'm taking over this song. You're going back and consider this you're welcome. I won't quit. I will use the powers of love and violence. That's it in. Time to put this villain in an ambulance. Oh no, I'm in the world now. Now you're going down the well, 'cause we've got the power of friendship. Look, my dad is alright again. I don't know, don't question it. Now you're straight down the well, 'cause we've got a bond of fellowship. Actually, I was gonna do, yeah, me too. Okay, I guess we'll split.
The Well! That's real weird without context. Oh yeah, see, I imagine a projector in the background with the entire animated story behind it. Yeah, if I just showed the actual video with the animations and everything, that would have made more sense. The power of love and violence. Yeah. Okay, so for those who had no idea what happened there, a year and a half ago? Gosh, it was maybe 2 years now. It might have been 2021. I made this 10-minute musical, quasi-animated video with the real Sully G, Jacob Sutherland, and Marshall Does Stuff, and it has a few of those. And I just medleyed some of the songs together. But I recommend watching The Well, a YouTube musical. It's right here on the channel. It's very silly, as you can probably imagine based on those songs. Oh man, speaking of another musical, because Jacob and I talked about this one and now it jumped into my head. I just want to do a little bit of this. I gotta remember how this melody goes. There it is.
Sing that your heart's so sing forever. Sad and so happy, feelings flow over. Now our world is full of all kinds of colors. Closing my eyes, I still can see the stars shine in the sky. Flowers, they're blooming, singing their harmony. It's beautiful. Sing me a song, I won't stop now. Sing it through, I love you. The voice carries on.
I can't really do that one justice. It's a pretty amazing little piece from Belle. Which is a musical that came out in last year, 2022. I'm gonna level. So that song is called "A Million Miles Away" from the musical Belle. I'm gonna level with you guys. The whole picture of the musical. It's kind of mid. It's a little mid, but some of the music is incredible, and some of the visuals are so beautiful. So yeah, thank you, Heather. And I do think my voice suits that song very well. But I need to actually practice it and put it together. That would be one I would love to do a cover of. I think I could really do something special with that. I did cut my hair, yeah, on the weekend to very short, cause it's summertime. It's summertime. I had a lot of hair going on. I have a little bubble somewhere in there, somewhere in the old Esoff. I don't know. Something's going on. Okay, that's a much bigger haircut. I just got my haircut from waist length to just a bit longer than mine. That's a huge haircut. That must feel incredibly different. Was there a reason you went and did it? Just felt like it, or you're donating it to charity, or for something? I'm kind of curious. A haircut like that, that's to be talked about. Whilst I fiddle with a pedal. Fiddle with a pedal has a fun ring to it. The heat in all caps. Yeah, all right. I'm in on that. Makes sense. That's why I did this. The heat.
how would you change? Transform in a chrysalis to a beautiful thing. If you could communicate with your younger self, just see what they make of you. Would they wanna be someone else? Well, the past can't change, but the future might. You'll never know if you don't try. You gotta realize your glory's in the blue skies, not in the middle of a high-rise, working to the bone. You gotta stand out, or you gotta let yourself down. You run yourself into the ground, down below where you could be. If you got a touch of your dreams, would the taste still linger when you went to sleep? If you flew across the sky, leaving trails of gold, could you stand to go back to the way things were? You gotta realize your glory's in the blue skies, not in the middle of a high-rise, working to the bone. You gotta stand out, or you're gonna let yourself down, and you'll run yourself into the ground, down below where you could be. So like butterflies on the wing, we'll rise up to more than we could be. Do it for yourself. You're not just someone else. If you were a butterfly, how would you change? Transform in a chrysalis to a beautiful thing. You gotta realize your glory's in the blue skies, not in the middle of a high-rise, working to the bone. You gotta stand out, or you're gonna let yourself down, and you'll run yourself into the ground, down below where soar like butterflies on a wing. We'll rise up to more than we could be.
That's an old cut. I haven't played that one in a long time. It's wild. When did that even come out? So that's a song called Blue Sky Glory. And let's look at original release date here. Original release date 2015. I just I just had a moment. You know that moment in the Owl House where Ida is trying to like Dragon Ball Z go Super Saiyan, and she's and Amity's like, "How old is this thing?" And Ida's like, "I saw it in the theaters. It came out 30 years ago." I just had that moment in my mind for Blue Sky Glory. It's weird. I mean, it's not that weird. It's weird to say, I think, in some fashion, so I'm still getting used to it because it happened 2 weeks ago. It's weird to say I'm 30 now. I'm 3-0. 3-0. Like a real adult. Like not in my 20s anymore. That's a weird thing in some ways. It's neat. It's neat because well, people tend to think I'm younger than I am because of my lackadaisical lifestyle. And just like the way I am, I guess. But I turned 30 2 weeks ago. And it's not something I try to avoid or hide. Because aging is great. I mean, I think I'm still biased in saying that. I can say aging is great because, like, 30 is not 85, where, like, you have problems with your body, like you've reduced mobility and, there are things you can't do anymore. Like, I'm still in the prime here. So it is kind of maybe a little uppity to say, aging is great, don't hide it. Look at me and I'm doing fine when I'm only 30. But I think it's nice to look back at my 20s as like this one chunk of time and the things I did and accomplished and say that great, I can take all of that and like run with it moving forward. That's just valuable life experience. I've done neat things. I've been to cool places, and I shouldn't try to be peppy and young anymore. Not that I was overtly trying before, but there's not really any point to this. I'm just rambling. New conspiracy. Finn is secretly 85 and desperately trying to hide it. Yeah, like, you guys never see me stand up behind this piano for late night piano, and I do, and I'm just like... I'm just super frail and have been secretly 85. I've been in my 80s my entire YouTube career with just like tons of facial lifts and rejuvenation, but the rest of my body is just decrepit. That would be a great conspiracy. That would be awesome. But no. My body matches my face. For better or for worse. It's the Snapchat filters. Everything gets filtered. You've never seen the real me. That's the spirit, Leah. Cannot wait until I become decrepit. The picture fit, okay, I would love to have a Dorian Gray-esque portrait somewhere. That'd be awesome. Ooh, polyrhythm. Enough of that. This isn't Music Theory Central. I'm not Adam Neely or Charles Cornell. I'm decrepit 85-year-old Finn MK, and I'm here to play relaxing music. Someday we'll all be geriatric and decrepit. It's gonna be sick. Because most people who watch these streams, I feel like we're all kind of around the same age. We're all like, you know, late teens, 20s, early 30s. That's kind of, we're all in that vibe. So we'll all get kind of decrepit around the same years. We'll all be in our 80s and 90s together. Did you catch the stream this week? What? I said, did you catch the stream this week? Can't hear you. It's gonna be so sick. How wild would it be if I was still doing these streams in like 60 years? Like, my long-term plan is make music. That's always going to happen in some form or another. But doing this stream in like 60 years as a crisp 90-year-old, that would be wild. Please turn up the stream. My hearing aids are on solar power and it's been raining all week. Oh, that's so, that's some comedy. You felt old at 20, Heather? Or hold it, almost 20? Get out of here. There is kind of that weird thing with, like, not just YouTube, but entertainment in general, where it's like the people on screen, the actors and YouTubers and me, I guess, we tend to be older than a lot of the audience. And that's also a weird thought, right? Not in like it's neat that we connect over this thing that, like, in no other world am I gonna like hang out with 20-year-olds, because what are we gonna connect over? This music. How cool is that, you know? So it like makes this sort of thing possible. Okay, well, we're clearly talkative right now. So why don't we do some good things? And we'll keep this train rolling. This is how things roll. Quick little physics lesson for the teenagers here. This is how things roll. Spoke over spoke. Let's go. Let's do it. Money equals pizza. Time is money. Pizza's time. Some good things. Here's how it do. So these streams, I just kind of noodle around and we hang out. But there's one thing we do every week, and that is some good things. And it's very simple, and here's how it works. If you had a good thing happen to you this week, or maybe something not so good, really, it's whatever you want to get off your chest. If that means something to celebrate, or if it means something you just need to vent for a second, then you can write it in the chat. And the one rule is that we're all positive to each other. So it's how we wrap up the week here on Friday evening, and we go into the weekend feeling refreshed and like nothing is weighing us down. Hopefully. And and then we go and hang out more and play some more tunes. So, I shall go first, and I have quite a good thing this week, a rather exciting thing, or maybe anti-exciting. I don't know. So I have mentioned before. I mentioned in my just checking in video a couple months ago or something, that like, oh, I stopped doing YouTube professionally a year ago. What have I been doing? I've been writing soundtracks, been composing soundtracks. And this very week, my friends, 2 of my big soundtracks came to an end. I finished them. The contract's closed, I've got all the money. I'm rolling in that music dough. But it's very exciting. I've been working on one of them since literally May of last year. And then one I started 8 months ago. And I'm done both of those at the same time. And it was very, I knew it was coming, but it's still very sudden. And then so I'm still working on one. But all of a sudden, I'm just like, I have like nothing to do all day. I'm on Easy Street. And I'm very excited about that because I have not taken a break since starting these soundtracks, because I've been excited to get into composing again. And so I haven't taken a break since May, and I'm taking like 6 weeks off. And I'm hanging around and I'm working on the album, and I'm going to go up to the cottage for a while, and then I'm going to Vancouver in August. So I'm just chilling for until the end of August, until 5 weeks from today, basically. So and I guess just gonna enjoy the best of summer. So I'm very excited. Nothing pressing on me. It's cool. I'm having a good time. Maybe know how much money you get from either of those contracts? Definitely not, because that would be a breach of contract. It's enough for me to get by. I'm not gonna say more. It's literally it's under contract. So, the only thing I can tell you about them is that I can't announce either of them yet either. There will come a time when I get to announce. They're 2 video games. I can say that much, but I can't say what games they are or for what studio until we get to that point. The dev team still have more work to do. So I'll announce them when they're ready to be announced, but I'm very excited about both of them. I think they're 2 of my best soundtracks. I think they are my 2 best soundtracks ever. So it's thrilled. Just a thrill. Okay, I've really been monopolizing time here, selfishly. So let me scroll up here. And let's see here, because we're doing some good things. Not Finn talks about his life. I mean, that's part of it, but it's not just about me. From MC Fawful. I released a fully animated video on Saturday, and people really liked it, much to my surprise. It's doing scarily better than I thought, even with the obscure source material. Well, congratulations, MC Fawful. Scarily better is a good tier of better. I know what you mean. From Oscar, been a bit, so got my hair cut, very refreshing. Beat Big Boss in this week's D&D, leveled. Oh, you love to see it. Running a 24-hour board game marathon next weekend. Cool. Help. And a LARP the following week, Bard Time. You're just doing fun stuff. It's cool. From Tyler, this week has been pretty boring. Just trying to get my online assignments turned in. Yes, during summer break, and been watching YouTube. There's something to be said for enjoying the little things, so I hope you're having fun. From Tyler McCaw, okay, well, things have been pretty standard for me. Applied for a few jobs. Haven't gotten any responses, though. Also, unfortunately, today marks the first year without my grandma. Promise I'm okay. It's good to hear that you're okay. Those can be difficult anniversaries for people, but I'm glad you've been processing it in a good and healthy way. Oh, lordy, I'm losing myself here. Bumblebee Berry got into a minor car accident recently, which has been a rather not fun experience, particularly given that I've never been in an accident before. On the plus side, I went to the beach and it was lovely. Well, the beach sounds lovely indeed. Yeah, car accidents are no fun. I've been in one or two. I've been in one. I was on a bike and got hit by a car. But no matter what role you are playing, yeah, not fun, so hope you're okay. From Heather Claire, summer's been flying by, feeling a bit drained creatively, but excited to head up to my family cottage next week to spend some time out in nature and get offline for a bit. Also, congratulations. Thank you, Heather, and have fun at the cottage. From ZetaGen, I fixed some long-standing issues with my bank and some subscriptions, and they gave me credit to my account for my troubles. Free money. Kinda. And it's birthday season, a lot of celebrations happening in my circles. There's even a small vacation coming up. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Get that vacation. Get that credit. From Leah, I learned that I cannot assemble machinery. I tore open my wrist while assembling a fan, and it bled heavily, and it sucks. Yeah, that sounds like it sucks. But if you're laughing about it, then I think you're gonna be all right. Hope it heals up well. What were you assembling? From Tenny, I went to Thailand. It was good. Coming home, I made a model of my now arch nemesis Thomas the Tank Engine as an Easter egg for a game. Strange, I know. Yeah, who's the there's that on the Isle of Sodor? I don't remember what it's called. There's that one tank engine that is, more like antagonistic. Henry? No, Henry's chill. There's one that is. It's not James and it's not Henry, but there's one that is. But Thomas? Well, it's very interesting indeed. From Explodabat. Pretty busy week at work due to some big things going on there, but I now have about 45 minutes until I hop on Splatoon 3 with my friends to prove that mint chip is the superior ice cream flavor. It is a very good ice cream flavor. You'd have my backing. Glad you're right from that car crash, by the way, Bumblebee Berry, even if your car's a bit of a mess. From Ryan Unch, hey Finn, did some volunteering and got some presents for a friend of mine. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well, thank you, Ryan. Hope you are too. And good on you for volunteering. Oh, maybe I do mean the diesel engine, ZetaGen. I'm not up to date on my Thomas the Tank Engine lore, which is one of those sentences you never think you're gonna say until it happens. All right, we're gonna finish up here with Abby's. My dad's girlfriend came over for the majority of this week. We had some fun. I like her and I can tell that my dad likes her too. So that's really nice. It sure is. Just delightful. Even with the tough things this week, people are laughing through it. And you're making life happen in a positive way. And that's just awesome. Which means that I gotta play a tune. Oh, you know what I want to play? Can I even remember? Oh, I don't know if I can remember the lyrics to this. That's not it. 'cause I'm feeling like playing this, but I don't know where the lyrics are. That song's dumb and wrong. That's the wrong one, too. I found it. Yeah. Oh, this is dicey. Yeah. Oh yeah, I write all my songs on physical paper. Absolutely. It makes it real. Makes it real. All right, I'm gonna try this song.
I wanna know if you ever felt what I felt at the same time, at the same time. I tried to hold you, but you never held me at the same time, at the same time. Stutter, static, not it, never it when it's you. When it's me, every time I try to make a connection, you try to leave, yeah, they leave. Then in the mirror I see you making eyes from across the room, saying come over, I fall for your tricks, you hide your flags, they tell me not to, but you are my stag. And you are my dough, you are my dough.
Okay.
I wanna know if you ever felt what I felt at the same time, at the same time. I tried to hold you, but you never held me at the same time, at the same time. Broken, open, hoping you could change, but it's you and it's me. Love you, hate you, fight you, break you, kiss you, then we repeat. Yeah, we repeat. Then in the mirror I see you making eyes from across the room, saying come over, I fall for your tricks, you hide your flags, they tell me not to, but you are my stag. And I am your dough, I am your dough. I wanna know if you ever felt what I felt at the same time, at the same time. I try to hold you, but you never held me at the same time, at the same time. Then in the mirror I see you making eyes from across the room, saying come over, I fall for your tricks, you hide your flags, they tell me not to, but I am your stag. And you are my dough, you are my dough. I wanna know if you ever felt what I felt at the same time, at the same time. I try to hold you, but you never held me at the same time, at the same time. I wanna know if you ever felt what I felt at the same time, at the same time. I try to hold you, but you never held me at the same time, at the same time. Breathe in, I need to get some oxygen. My God, I'm panicking. I'm watching my love die. I'm watching my love die. And still I do nothing. I just sit still. Meanwhile she's clinging to life. I got no power, a coward, no good in a fight. And even when I pull a trigger, I shoot too late. And now I know the way that angels die. I'm American. I'm frozen as she struck again. Her sword is swinging, but she's staggering. She'll never win this one. She'll never win this one. She is my champion. My lover's effort is Atlantean. So in the end, it doesn't mean a thing. She's gonna lose this one. She's gonna lose this one. And still I do nothing. I just sit still. Meanwhile she's clinging to life. I've got no power, a coward, no good in a fight. And even when I pull the trigger, I shoot too late. And now I know the way that angels die. Yeah, I just sit still. And meanwhile, she's clinging to life. I've got no power, a coward, no good in a fight. And even when I pull a trigger, I shoot too late. And now I know the way that angels die. And now I know the way that angels die. And now I know the way just sit still. I shoot too late, and now I know the way angels die.
That was cool. It's kind of rare that you you get the feeling of covering your own song. It's like, oh yeah, this is my take on that song. But the song is one that you wrote. That rarely happens. That was cool. That felt like a different artist covering my original song. What a vibe. What a pulse. That was like indie rock. That was cool. Music is so fun. Music is just the best. How can you not love it? I'm all amped up now. I am having a good week. Thank you, Anayan. Hello. I am in the jam spot here. Oh, you might hear that first song again sometime at some point. And that's all I'll say about it. Now I'm trying to find a thing here. Which I can't remember how to find. Is it here? Where is it here? Oh, gross. Do I have to? Jeez, I don't know. I gotta sign into a thing? Oh, good. I remember my password. I'm trying desperately to remember something that I feel like I've forgotten, and I want to not forget it for when I try to play this thing. Which is why... Oh, I definitely didn't. What a butt. Alright. What a goober move. Oh well. Let's see what happens. Oh, disassociate. Oh, man. Well, you're very welcome, Ryan. It was quite something to make. And I have not watched it ever since. I think that might be the one video of mine I don't think I'll watch again. But I do like some of the music from it for sure. I'll do something from it, but it's gonna be weird. Can only watch disassociate when the mood is crying. Wow. I mean, yeah. It's cathartic for me. It's wild to imagine what it means to other people. With more of my art, it's kind of easier. Disassociate, I never know. That's kind of the beauty of music and art. It can mean so many different things to different people. Evolving beyond the original, whatever cocoon it was born in, into something much more butterfly-esque with a life of its own. I've been wondering about my course. The shine's not as bright as it used to be. Been dreaming I put out for those who come after me. In the sunrise, I'm brought to question my life. I know I've impact, but is it worth this cracked path? I've been wondering about my course. The shine's not as bright as it used to be. I've been dreaming I put out for those who come after me. Is this my legacy? Is this my legacy? Is this my legacy? Is this all I've done? Come on. So much of my heart is empty making this art. So much of my craft is just a needless sound splash. 'Cause I've been trying to reconcile the meaning of my life. Have I got it right? Is there something out there that'll give me hope? Some kind of evolution that I missed before? I didn't write the music, can I change the notes so I can love myself? I've been wondering about my course. The shine's not as bright as it used to be. I've been dreaming I put out for those who come after me. Is this my legacy? Is this my legacy? Is this my legacy? If I change the rhythm and I change the notes, will I love the music in the songs I wrote? Whoop, I did a wrong note at the end. That's okay. It's far enough away. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Ryan. Yeah, there's something. So I'm gonna try and explain this take on it. Um, there are when it comes to music, I'm I guess old fashioned perhaps in the sense that I'm very album focused. Um, the uh, the concept of an album and this collection of music and that all of the music is related and it forms one whole picture. I love that. I love that. I love album structure. I love looking forward to that. And when bands or artists release music not in an album, like as a little EP between albums or something, it almost feels like it isn't a real part of their discography. Like it's just this little extra thing, you know? And it doesn't quite fit in anywhere. That's how I interpret things, and that's how I feel towards Disassociate. Because it's not really an album. It's a short film is what it is, and it happens to have music. So songs like The Shine and Where Are the Happy Songs, they have a weird place in my head when I look over the whole breadth of my discography. Like, where do they fit in? Well, like they were after or after Jet and the Valkyrie. They're before this new album I'm working on. But like, what are they? I don't know. They don't really fit in. And that adds to them somehow. That they're these abstract pieces from nowhere, never intended to be in an album, intended only to be in a soundtrack. Yet it's an inextricable part of my discography because it's music I wrote and released. So that they don't fit in is what part of what makes them special for me. Like they would, if those songs were, if I'd saved them for this new album, they would be less special. And it wouldn't make sense, like they're part of the story of Disassociate. I mean, it is, yeah, it's like a musical short film. So it wouldn't have made sense, but if I did, they would be less special. They wouldn't get to stand out in the way they do. Yeah, I mean, Leah, that's a great way to phrase it. It's an anomaly in several metatextual ways. That's a great way to say it succinctly. And it's funny on that topic, we have like I've been working on this new album for a while, for a heck of a while. And I've released several songs from it. So 4 of the songs that I've released are on the album, which are 5 a.m., Fight the Moon, M29, and Infinite Adventure. And then Age is going to be a bonus track. So those 4 songs are going to be on the album. And for me right now, they don't exist on the album. Even though like they're part of the album architecture and the plan, like it's all there. But because right now they're just out in the world as singles, untethered to any album, they just kind of exist as singles for me. So they're like in this weird nebulous floaty space in ways that every song from Jet and the Valkyrie and Each While the Traveler aren't. Like they're locked in, they've got their story. And then it's going to be neat once I release this new album and those floating out in the air singles gravitate to it and become locked in into the architecture of the album. And then when you hear them, when you listen to them, the context of the album will also be a part of it. But right now it isn't. And that's kind of weird. Yeah. Exactly. I released Pull You Down and Blue and Green as the 2 singles for Jet and the Valkyrie. And the songs change after that. The context from the album helps define and they fill out the songs more. There's more to them because of the context. Yeah. It's just such a neat way of how humans categorize music, because we love to categorize things as a species. We love the heck out of that. Whether that's daily routines, traditions, or how we take the thousands and tens of thousands of songs that we listen to in our lives and organize them in some fashion in our brain. It's just I love this. I love the meta of listening to music. It's not something that gets talked a lot about, I think, but there is a meta about it. It's weird. Of course, yes, of course. It's all media. It's not just music. I'm just talking about music in this case. Man, get out of the reverb closet, piano. Thank you. Do I consider Write Me a Song a full album or individual singles? Individual singles. They were never written to be an album. Each song was written with no thought outside of what it existed as a single. It couldn't, just by the nature of how they were made as content. So Write Me a Song is interesting, and again, in my mental interpretation, I don't consider it like one of my original albums. When I think of my original collections of music that I put out, that I made, my original stuff, I think, we've got album 2, album 3, the album 4 EP, album 5, album Hawk, Etoile the Traveler, Jet and the Valkyrie, and then this new album will be the next thing. So Write Me a Song, Disassociate, it's original music I released, but I don't consider it part of my original album cycles. Infinite Adventure, yeah, Tyler. Infinite Adventure is definitely on the new album. Love that one. Anayan and Abby, you both have great insights on this. Abby, that's beautiful. The individual songs are like stars, and when they come together, it'll be like a constellation. Yeah, that's lovely. That's what an artful way to phrase it. That's true, Anayan, who says, you say nothing ties Write Me a Song together, but I find them amazing to listen to together. Each song is like a little time capsule of what the hot topic at the time was, and it was so spread out, it's like going through YouTube comment history. Kinda, yeah. I mean, they have that similar element to them, and I guess they do kind of tell a little story over time. I think why I don't consider Write Me an album, like one of my albums, is for two reasons. One, I mean, the main thing is I didn't write the lyrics. You guys did. The comments did. And so even though I wrote all of the music, I recorded every instrument and mixed and mastered it, I composed them and I arranged it together, I didn't write the lyrics. And that I didn't do that make them fundamentally not mine. They're fundamentally a joint project. They don't exist without YouTube. I never would have made Write Me an Album if I hadn't gotten into YouTube. Literally impossible without other people contributing that one. So the stuff that I consider mine is stuff that I have full control over. I guess I've made exceptions for. I co-composed a soundtrack once, and I can still consider that one of mine. But, and then the other thing with Write Me a Song is that I think an important thing for me when it comes to writing music is that it has to tell a story, that I want to tell, that I decide, that I have that kind of creative control. And on Write Me a Song, I categorically didn't have creative control. In the sense that, I did in that I picked the topics, But then I built the songs based on like what comments worked well together, phonetically and by theme and stuff. So I cobbled a story together out of other people's pieces. It wasn't my story. Don't get me wrong, don't mean that like I look down on it or anything. There's some great songs in Write Me a Song, and Write Me an Album, rather. But they're not fundamentally mine. They fundamentally belong to YouTube. Yeah, it's about intentionality. That's an important part of art. If you don't control the intention, and the details of that intention, is it really yours? And really, it's not even about, is it mine? It's about, do I claim it as mine? Do I believe it is mine? Do I want it to be mine? Do I say, yes, this is mine? And I don't. Well, the concept for The Legend of King Donut was a little different. Same broad strokes, yeah. But on that one, I wrote the lyrics. So I consider that more mine. Like, I can take vague ideas. If someone says, write a song about an elephant, I could write a song about an elephant, and I would consider it mine. But if someone says, write a song about an elephant, here are the lyrics, it's like, okay, so I'm writing your song about an elephant, is what is happening, you know? Oh, this is another don't get me wrong moment. I really like constraints in art. I like having a box to work within. If I've no barriers whatsoever, I kind of don't know where to go. When I create my original albums, I create the box first. Like for Jet and the Valkyrie, I wrote the story and then I wrote the music. And that gives the music constraints to work within. It's like, we have to tell this story. Great. That's why I like composing for other people so much. Like before I did YouTube, I composed for clients. I've been composing soundtracks ever since stopping YouTube. I like coming in and saying, and getting told, it's like, all right, here's the world we have for this video game. Build the sound of that world. And I say, give me all the lore you have. I will read, I will look at every picture. I want all the lore you have. And then I will build this world in sound. I love that. That's where I make my best music. But it's still my music, you know? I'll take outside cues. I'll take the greatest, I'll take the broad strokes of what the music should sound like. But it's gotta be my music for me to lay claim to it. Oh. Yes, I do play Dungeons & Dragons. I play the heck out of Dungeons & Dragons. I'm a DM for Dungeons & Dragons. I've built custom races and classes for Dungeons & Dragons. It's fun. That's fun too. Man, do I get into things. When I get into something, boy, am I into it. I'm actually building my own tabletop game system right now. As a little hobby project. Because I love building mechanics. I've never made a song for Dean to know. So that's the problem. I haven't written music for my D&D campaigns. So I've run 4 campaigns from level 1 to level 20, which each took about a year and a half. And I'm in the middle of my 5th one now. And it's just like, One thing I learned when doing YouTube professionally was, unless you're someone like Mr. Beast, whose entire life is dedicated to YouTube, you've got to learn when to separate work and home, so you have a personal life. And that was something that was important to me, because like, yeah, I could write music for my D&D campaign, but also like I'm writing music for YouTube and I'm writing music for my clients like on a daily basis. That's my job. It's nice to be done at the end of the day and do something else. And it doesn't mean I love music any less. It just means I love life and I want to experience many parts of life. So that's why I never wrote. So if I wanted to write music recreationally, it's for my own albums. Although I do have, I'm not gonna lie, after I'm done this album, I have had this idea to write an album of music inspired by the many D&D adventures I've had. I think that could be a fun concept. Each Weather Traveler is a concept story, and Jet and the Valkyrie is a concept story. This D&D campaign told through music would be like a good concept story for an album. And it's also the reason the whole separate work and balance is why I've never. So you guys, even in this story I mentioned, when I get into things, I get into things, It's like, boom, for my D&D, I've got like spreadsheets and maps and everything. And I'm already on YouTube and I have all the gear for it and I know the landscape. And I really strongly considered, gosh, I've got a bunch of friends that come over into that room right there every week and we play D&D together and we have a blast. What if we started doing it as an online show? Like Critical Role. Like we set up a couple cameras and we film the sessions and we, do it. And we do that. And then I was like, oh man, then I need to talk to my merch people. We get merch going on. We need art of the characters. And I'm like, wait. You play D&D just for fun, Finn. You don't need to publicize everything. Not everything needs to be public. Even if you're a content creator. You can just have a thing that you enjoy just for you and your friends. Because it means something to have that balance. To not be constantly broadcasting. So I think I could do a heck of a D&D show. And I honestly, I would love to be a player in someone else's D&D show. To not be the showrunner. Because I know what I would do as the showrunner and be like, wow, that's a lot of stuff to do. That's like a part-time job amount of time I would want to put into it. And even if it is successful, do you want to do that professionally? I already know what I want to do professionally, which is make music. Do I want to also do D&D professionally? Trying that? If that takes away from music? I think I just want to enjoy it on my own. I think I want to just have fun with my friends around the kitchen table. And that's okay. So that's sort of where I'm at now. I'd love to play on other people's shows. But I don't, and yeah, of course there's a part of me that like, I'd be like the next Brendan Lee Mulligan. And be like, no, it's fine, just do this for fun. There's a part of me that, of course, that want every activity I do, I have that thought run through my mind. It's like, could I do this professionally? Could I like leverage my platform and do this? But you gotta have the separation. And to know which things to pursue. I have so many interests in life, and I want to put more time towards all of them constantly, all the time. And I know that's destructive. Because you can't do it. Yeah. The answer's always yeah, probably, but I shouldn't. Great way to phrase it, Leah. I'm very happy that I picked music as the thing I want to do professionally. Like, that's the thing that means the most to me. And that I can and am doing it professionally. Awesome. I don't necessarily need to add all kinds of other things to the list. But, I mean, I might do something like, I've never released publicly any of my homebrew stuff. Like my world uses 7 different base races, and there are custom classes and all that stuff, which I've never released because it's always been D&D content, like it's under the D&D banner. But I might release my homebrewed TTRPG system when it's done. That could be fun, even just for like feedback and stuff. Okay, geez. I went on a real tangent there. That was a long one. That was a wacky tangent. Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more song and then I'm going to call it for the night. Thank you for saying so, Nyan. Storytelling and music are probably my 2 favorite things, and putting them together is awesome. I love when you guys come up with stories as I play improv. There was a lot of it last week. Some days I'm really chatty though, like this week, and there's less improv and I'm more playing actual songs and doing a lot of talking, but okay, I know what I'm gonna do. To finish this one up, to wrap up this stream, I know just the song.
We can go to space and a robot to Mars. Reconstruct a face that was burnt in the crash of a car. We're raising the bar. We can sail sea, we can fly through the air. Tunnel underground, can you hear the sound down there? It's us raising the bar. And I think that it's amazing who we are. running, we're always running, we're always running, we are always running faster, building, we are always building, we are always building, we are always building up. We can stop illness, diseases we've cured. Satellites connect everyone in our whole world. We're raising the bar. Catalog the stars, can we learn from them? We try, and that's raising the bar. And I think that it's amazing who we are. Look at all we've done. How can you not feel elevation in the universe? There's no place like Earth. Look at all we've done. How can you not feel elevation in the universe? There's no place like Earth. There's no place like Earth. It's where we were born. Where will we go? Where will we go? Where will we go?
Thanks so much for hanging out. This is a long one. My goodness. Have yourself some cool dreams, and wear a nice pair of sandals this week. And I hope it's not too hot wherever you are. And I'll see you next time.